Hi, my name is Nicole McNair. I'm one of your fellow students. I am currently working on my degree in business management with a minor in meeting and events planning. I've been a travel consultant slash lead agent for about 20 years in corporate travel. So I decided to work on my degree to help me move to upper management within the company that I've been with for the last, I guess, about 15 years. So I wanted to discuss what my paper is about. It's really personal to me. If you can see, I am in my virtual office. I have been virtual for about 4 years, and yes, it has some benefits, but it also has some downsides. And I really want to address that in my paper. I wanted to write something that was personal to me, but also with the upcoming technology workforce, because a lot of companies are now going to virtual employees. So that was the reason why I chose that topic. People don't realize that, yes, you work in the comfort of your home, and yes, you don't have to commute, and yes, you don't have to worry about buying clothes, to dress up for work or whatever. Yes, I can work in my pajamas. I can just get up in the morning, get my cup of coffee, come into my office, and log in, and I work. However, there are some downsides, and I really want to address that, especially coming from working in the office environment for, you know, most of my life, and then becoming virtual for 4 years, and I've been working with these same people for about 15 years, and now we're all virtual. So, and we have noticed a difference in our relationships, our working relationships, since we have been virtual. And that's why I really want to write this paper on virtual people working and being isolated, and how webcams can help. And the reason why I want to talk about that is because my company, we have a round table of agents, and that was something that we discussed was what could we do to bring people together, because agents were starting to feel isolated from some of the agents that were still working in the office, and some of the management teams, we didn't know what was going on. So somebody came up with the idea of webcams, and I'm gonna let you know, I was not for it at first. I felt like the whole thing with the privacy thing. I was like, okay, like right now, you're in my home. Even though I'm recording this, this is still my home, my sanctity. My sanctuary is what I want to say. So I had my doubts about it. And so, but then I started thinking about it. I was like, we are not the team we used to be. Now, remember, I used to work with these people for years, and sometimes I go maybe a couple of weeks without talking to someone that I used to see every day, and that's a disconnect from the team. And so when there are, disagreements, or let's say a lack of communication on a problem or an issue, because you're not working with that person anymore, or you forgot who that person was, or if you got new people coming in, you kind of, like, oh, okay, well, yeah, this is what that person means. You kind of lose that, aspect, because you don't know your team. So the webcams, like I said, I was not for it at first. I really wasn't. It ended up being beneficial, because, one thing I had to say, we had to agree on it. We was like, okay, because you are coming into my home. Yes, you are paying for us to be at home. Yes, this is your work equipment, but this is still my home. And I had to feel comfortable being at home, and allowing a webcam to come in, and my coworkers see my home. When I go to work, I'm at work, but this is my home. And so I actually, once we start using it, and we don't use it a lot, we sometimes we use it. Sometimes I wake up and I throw a hat on, like today, because today was a day that I didn't feel like doing my hair. So I had pajamas on, and I could throw a scarf on. This is an example. I could throw a scarf on, a hat on. Hey, here we go. So this, I want to let you all see what it's like for me when I'm working from home, and when we have staff meetings and I log into my webcam. This is what I look like. I throw on a little makeup, maybe lip gloss, and a hat, I know, my earrings and the scarf, and then I'm presenting myself to my coworkers. And every now and then, if I feel like I might call my dog in and, let people see my dog or whatever. But we try to make it personal. It's not just work. But it does help a lot. It really does. And we can, start talking back to each other and relating back to each other the way we used to working in the office, because we have got a lot of new employees that I have never met before. If I saw them on the street, I wouldn't know who they were. So that was the why I wrote my paper. And reason why I thought that webcams it does can make a change to virtual workers, And I did read. I had a couple of books that I read articles, and I was really stunned at how many people was writing about this subject, about how agents were feeling isolated. And I was like, oh my God, that really is a thing. And so I asked my coworkers, because I know I was doing this paper, and they all felt the same way. They was like, yeah, you do feel isolated from the team. You do feel like something is missing, So I was like, oh, hey, okay. I got something here. So I hope you enjoyed my video presentation. I really got a lot out of this class. I was not the best writer. I always had good ideas in my head, but couldn't find a way to put them on paper. And I have learned a lot being in school. And I appreciate the professor for working with me. Sometimes we have our back and forth, but I know she means good, and she's teaching me and to use critical thinking, which is her favorite word. That's use your critical thinking. So I hope you all like this video, and have a good day. Thank you.